Hello students, today we are going to discuss class 7 science chapter number 4 question answers. Before going towards the question answers, I just want to show you some of the activity that how solid expands on heating or liquid expands on heating. So just watch this video and so you will get a good concept about that how solid and liquid expands on heating. You can see here how liquid expands on heating. So here you can see pipette, the tripod stand, flask and water. So what in this activity we are going to do? See what they have given. Can you tell me? What he had added? Just check it properly. See, it will make it easily to sink the water. After then they will put one stopper. You can see the level of water as on the arrow side it is showing you. And after then Bunsen burner they will light it. See, you can see the heat had started and now they are heating. So you will see the water level, how the water level is increasing. As you have seen here, the water level has increased. Now you have to stop it, you have to catch it very carefully and you have to take down, and now you can see the level where the level is. So on heating the water level rises, showing that water has expanded. Got it? And on cooling the water returns to the previous level. So liquid expands on and liquid contracts on cooling. You can see here chapter number 4 multiple choice questions. As here it is already shown that what are the multiple choice questions. You can see here the multiple choice question. You can take a screenshot of this multiple choice question. After then I will give you the solution also of all these questions. Yes, you can see here till 5 MCQ questions are there, right? All of you have taken a screenshot of all these 5 MCQ questions. After then these are 6, 7 and 8 MCQ. Take a screenshot of this 6, 7 then 8 MCQ, right? All of you have taken. So now I am going to just show you some other type of questions. You can see here short answers question and fill in the blanks. You can take the screenshot of this short answer questions and fill in the blanks. There are total 6 fill in the blanks and 5 short question answers. Got it? Now I will show you more fill in the blanks and long question answers. You can see this 9 fill in the blanks and 3 question answers of long. Yes, after getting all these you can see here this total 9 fill in the blanks are there. How many? 9 fill in the blanks. You have to take all this screenshot as you can write as in the form of questions. Got it? Now I will show you some of the true or false questions. So you have to just write this true or false questions. Got it? So here there are some questions. Say whether the statements are true or false. You can see all these. How many questions are there? 9 questions. So you can write this 9 questions or take a screenshot. Got it? Now short questions you have taken a screenshot. All the 5 short and 5 long question are there. So this is 5 short and the 3 long already you have taken. Rest long I am showing you. Rest long answers you can see here 4, 5, 6 and 7. Just take a screenshot. Now I will show you all the answers either of MCQ, fill in the blanks, true or false, and then short and long question answers. So let's see now answers. So here is the exercise answer of all the MCQ. So total 8 MCQ I have shown you. All the 8 MCQ answers are represented on the top. After then, fill in the blanks I have shown you. Total 9 fill in the blanks were there. So all the 9 answers are there. After then, true or false I have shown you. So all the true or false you can see. And now we will explain about the question answers. Got it? So MCQ, fill in the blanks, and true or false answers you can write. As already I had informed you to take a screenshot of questions. Got it? Now if you have not taken, just rewind the video from starting, take a screenshot of questions and just take a screenshot of answer also. Now let's start the short question answers. First short question was, give 2 important effects of heat. You can see here as give 2 important effects of heat. Expansion and change of states are the 2 important effects of heat. Second question is, why do electric wires sag between poles on a hot day? So in summer the temperature is higher than during other season. This causes the electric wires to expand and increase in length, and hence they sag. So this was our 4th chapter short question answer, second one. Now we are moving towards the third one. Why are liquids used in a thermometer? The liquid thermometer is based on the principle that liquid expands on heating and contracts on cooling. Fourth question, name the 3 commonly used scales of temperature. The Celsius scale, Fahrenheit scale and the Kelvin or absolute scale are the 3 commonly used scale of temperature. Fifth question, under what condition it is better to use alcohol instead of mercury in a thermometer? Alcohol has low freezing point than mercury. So alcohol is more suitable to be used as a thermometric liquid in very cold places. So these was our short question answers. Now we are moving towards the long question answers. You can see the E1. So here the first long question answers, right? Long question was, discuss the effects of heat. So what you will do, the different effects of heat are increase in temperature of the objects being heated, could lead to change in state of matter. For example, when water is heated to boiling point, it changes to vapor. Could lead to chemical changes. For example, wood burns giving out carbon dioxide and soot. Leads to expansion of the objects being heated. So these are the different effects of heat. First question. Now second, how is a smaller metal rim fixed on a bigger wooden wheel? Very important question for the exam. You must learn this question. So the rims are made slightly smaller than the wooden wheel. The metal rim is heated so that it expands. The expanded hot rims is placed over the wooden wheel and allowed to cool. The metal rim contracts and grips the wheel firmly. So you have seen here the second question, why the rims are made slightly smaller. So here it is written, because as the metal rim is heated, so it expands. So that's why the metal rim is placed smaller than the wooden wheel. So after cooling it should contract and grip and wheel firmly. So this was our long question answer 2. Third one, describe a simple experiment to show that solid expands on heating. Actually in our textbook it's already there. Here, to observe the expansion of solids due to heat, it is given in our course book. The ball and ring experiment establish the facts that solid expands on heating and contracts on cooling. The apparatus consists of a small metal ball which just passes through a ring. Means we have to take a ring by which the metal ball should pass. It should not attach, and after heating you will see it is attaching to it. So it proves that the solid expands on heating. So the apparatus consists of a metal ball which just passes through a ring attached to a stand at room temperature. Heat the ball over a Bunsen flame for a few minutes and then try to pass through the ring. The ball does not pass through the ring when it is hot. Leave the ball on the ring and allow it to cool for some time. The ball will now pass through the ring. So this was our solid expands on heating. Now the question number 4. Why are gaps left between the rail in railway line? Yes, very important question. Gaps have to be left between the length of the rails to allow the expansion caused by the changes in atmospheric temperature as well as the heat generated by friction when the wheels of the train passes over the rails. If this is not done, the expansion of the rails would cause them to bend and may lead to accident. So that's why the gaps are left between the length of the rail in railway line. Now the main important question, conversion. How you will convert degree Fahrenheit to Celsius. Very important question. All of you have taken a screenshot of how the degree Celsius convert into Fahrenheit and Fahrenheit convert into degree Celsius. Here the first question was 66 degree to Fahrenheit. So degree Fahrenheit is 9 by 5 degree Celsius plus 32. Instead of degree Celsius I have put 66 and our answer is 9 by 5 into 66 plus 32 is equal to 150.8 degree Fahrenheit. Second, degree Fahrenheit is equal to 9 by 5 degree Celsius plus 32. Instead of degree Celsius into 37, that is 98.6. This is normal human body's temperature. After then Celsius is given, Celsius you have to calculate, Fahrenheit is given. So 5 by 9 degree Fahrenheit minus 32. So here degree Fahrenheit is 212. So 5 by 9 into 212 minus 32. 5 by 9 into 180. So 9 to 18. So 25 is 100 degrees Celsius. And the last one, degree Celsius is equal to 5 by 9 degree Fahrenheit minus 32. So the degree Fahrenheit value was 135. So the total answer is 57.2. Now we are moving towards the question number 6. Draw a level diagram of a clinical thermometer. Explain the function of the kink in the stem. See, already you can draw the thermometer from your textbook and the answer is written. The capillary tube of a clinical thermometer is very fine and there is a kink or constrictions just above the bulb. When the bulb is warm, the mercury in it expands and pushes past the kink, and when the thermometer is removed from the patient's body, the mercury in the bulb cools and contracts. Its contact with the mercury in the stem breaks off at the kink. Therefore, the mercury above the kink stays where it is and does not fall back into the bulb. This helps us to read the temperature conveniently. After taking the reading, the mercury is brought back to the bulb by jerking the thermometer. You know very well how we use the thermometer, how we measure the temperature of a human body. Last question. State two difference between a laboratory thermometer and clinical thermometer. Give the reason for each difference. Very nice question. So here the difference between the laboratory and clinical thermometer. The laboratory thermometer is graduated from minus 10 degrees Celsius to 110 degrees Celsius. It is used to measure room temperature and the temperature of the hot solids and liquids during experiments. The clinical thermometer is graduated from 34 degrees Celsius to 42 degrees Celsius because it is used to measure the temperature of human body, which varies only within this range. Therefore, the clinical thermometer cannot be used to measure the temperature of boiling water. Now the second one, the narrow capillary tube of the laboratory thermometer does not have a kink because the readings are taken without removing the thermometer from its position when it is being used, and the narrow capillary tube of the clinical thermometer has a kink because the kink prevents the mercury from slipping back into the bulb when the thermometer is removed and held up to take the reading. As it is already explained that how we are using the laboratory thermometer and clinical thermometer. In laboratory thermometer, we don't have to remove the contacts of two objects. As if I am putting a laboratory thermometer into the water, I can read the temperature in water only, right? But if we talk about the clinical thermometer, we have to remove from under the tongue or under the arms, then we have to read the temperature. That's why the mercury helps the kink to prevent from slipping back into the bulb. So this was our chapter number 4 question answers. I hope all of you have understand about the concept of each and every question. If you have left any answer, please pause the video, take a screenshot, write all the answers. Hope all of you have understand about the chapter number 4, each and every question answer. If you are having any type of doubt, please drop your doubt into the comment box section. Definitely I'll help you in the next video. That's all for today, and in the next video I'll show you the transfer of heat question answers. That's all for today. Thank you very much. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Share this video with your friends. Thank you very much.